everyone, in today's video we'll be discussing about arrays. So what is an array? So basically array is an object which consists of continuous memory block to store multiple values of same data type. That is, it is used to store only homogeneous elements like numbers 10, 20, 30, 40 or decimal numbers 1.5, 2.5 or 1.0, something like that. So when I say continuous memory block, it means that let us say you want to store numbers. Now we know that in a programming language we have to store a value in a variable. And in order to do that, first we declare a variable, then we initialize it with value. Since we know that a variable has to be assigned with a value, so writing like this seems like a lengthy process. In order to avoid this, we use array data structure. In arrays, a continuous block of memory is created to store these values. So here's our memory block that is created. So array object stores the data in the memory block. And each memory block in the array starts with 0 and ends with length of array minus 1. You can see that the length of the array is 5. That is, the length of array is equal to the number of objects that are stored, the number of elements that are stored in the array. And index positions always start from 0 and ends at length minus 1. So every array object consists of a non-static member called as length. Now what does this length do? It is used to check the length of the array. That is the number of elements that are present in the array. So here are the points to be noted. So now let us see the declaration of an array. An array can be declared and initialized in two ways. The first one is declare and initialize in single statement, and the other method is by using new operator. So let us see the first one, declare and initialize in single statement. So the syntax for it is, it starts with the data type and then this, and then we have the variable, that is object reference, array object reference variable, and then to denote an array we use curly braces, and the curly braces, in the curly braces we can store how many values we want. So here's an example. This is the data type and this is object reference variable. This can be written on this side and this can be written on this side. This is also correct and this is also correct, and this is for denoting that it is an array in which we are going to store these elements. We can store how many elements we want, but based on the data type we should store the elements. Here we are using int, so here we write the numbers. We cannot write 10.2 or 10.3. We have to write the numbers only, that is of integer type. We cannot write string or character also, because array data structure is used to store only homogeneous elements. Now to access a single element from the array, how we should access? If we want to access this 10, then how should we access? Now we have to access an element in the array based on its index position. Now as discussed earlier, each element here in the array block, in this memory block has been assigned with an index value starting from 0. So to access the element in the array, we use index position. So to access 10 over here, we use its index. We write the index position here, that is 10. For 10, the index position is 0. So we write it like this, A of 0. Then we will get the output as 10. We write this in the printing statement, which is system.out.println. So this line will give us output as 10. To access any of the elements in the array, for example, if you access this element 30 in the array, we use a of 2 because it is at index position 2. And if we want to access this element at 50 element, then we use index 4. That is size of the array minus 1. Index position, remember, it always begins at 0 and ends with length minus 1. To find the length of the array, we use length property. So here we are using a dot length, that is variable name a dot length. So it will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is number of elements in the array. It will give us output as 5. This is the length of the array. We can also reinitialize an element in the array. For example, say that in place of 10 you want 1000. So reinitialization is also allowed in arrays. So this is the reinitialization statement. Based on this, in our array, the first index position is reinitialized with 1000. So here the 10 is replaced by 1000. This is the reinitialization statement. The other method of declaring an array is using new operator. So the syntax for creating an array using new operator is data type, and this is the array object reference variable, and the brackets is equal to new. We are using the new keyword to create an array object, and then the data type, and then we have inside the bracket we are going to write the size of the array. So here is an example of creating an array using new operator. Here we are writing the data type, array object reference variable, and then the brackets is equal to new data type size of the array. So here we have created the array of size 5. Index position will start from 0 and end at 4. That is size minus 1, which is the last index position. Now here, when you try to access the array elements, you will get 0. This is system.out.println a of 0. Now we are trying to access the element that is at first index position. We will get the output as 0 because the default value for integer type of data is 0. Here you have created a block of memory, but you have not stored any values. So you will simply get the output when you try to access the array elements, then you will get the output as 0. For string, the default value is null. For double, the default value will be 0.0. When you write this statement, this is the array that will be created with default values 0. And starting index is 0, ending index is 4. That is size minus 1. Now as I write the reinitialization statement, this is reinitialization statement. That means this value will go and store here. So the first index position will be reinitialized with 10. Similarly, if you do the same with the other index positions, each of the memory block in the array will be reinitialized with the mentioned values. Earlier, the values of the array were 0, and now since you have reassigned the values to the index positions, then the array will be like this.